I know this might sound completely off the wall because for years they've told you one simple thing about your health, something so basic it's become background noise. Drink more water. But here's the unsettling truth you absolutely need to hear right now. Most men over 50 are drinking water completely incorrectly for their sexual health. At the wrong times, in the wrong amounts, and sometimes even the wrong kind of water. And this hidden mistake could be silently sabotaging your vitality, your circulation, your energy, and yes, even the firmness and reliability of your erections. Imagine, just by correcting this one overlooked habit, you could noticeably improve your blood flow, boost your stamina, and reclaim a vibrant intimacy that you might have thought was behind you. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain and explain why water is so incredibly vital for your sexual function, how subtle dehydration slowly undermines your performance, and precisely how to drink water in a way that truly supports strong, lasting erections after 50. By the end of this video, you'll understand why I call water one of the most underestimated performance boosters in the world, and why missing this information means missing out on a fundamental shift in your health. Let me tell you something personal. Just last week, I had a 67-year-old patient in my Paris clinic, a gentleman who had tried everything from expensive supplements to prescribed medications, but nothing seemed to truly work. After about 20 minutes of us chatting, a crucial detail emerged. He barely drank half a liter of water a day. The rest of his fluid intake was mostly coffee, a glass of red wine with dinner, and a few beers on the weekend. Within just 6 short weeks, solely by changing his hydration habits, he called me back, overjoyed to report that his intimate life had completely transformed. This is the profound power of water when you truly understand how to use it to your advantage. Let's start with something incredibly simple, yet often overlooked. An erection is, at its very core, a hydraulic event. Think of it like a garden hose. It absolutely needs proper water pressure to function. Your erectile tissue requires a consistent, powerful flow of blood to fill, expand, and maintain its firmness. And here's the crucial point. Your blood is primarily composed of water. Without enough water in your system, your blood volume decreases, your circulation slows down, and that perfect pressure you need for a full, robust erection is significantly compromised. In my more than 20 years of clinical experience, I see this pattern constantly. Men who are even slightly dehydrated often describe their erections as weaker, slower to form, or fading away too quickly. When you don't drink enough, your body doesn't just get a little thirsty, it enters survival mode. This is a vital, inherent adjustment where your body prioritizes your brain, heart, and other essential organs, ensuring they receive the lion's share of your reduced blood supply. Unfortunately, in the body's hierarchy of survival, your penis isn't on the top priority list. So even if your mind is willing, your body can literally be unable to send enough blood to create and maintain that crucial firmness. There's another sneaky problem you absolutely need to be aware of. Dehydration thickens your blood. Imagine trying to sip water through a straw. Easy, right? Now, picture trying to push thick syrup through that very same straw. Thicker blood has a much harder time traveling quickly through your arteries, especially the tiny, delicate ones that supply the penis. And here's where age adds another layer of challenge. After 50, blood vessels tend to be less flexible due to natural changes in collagen, nitric oxide production, and the potential formation of plaque. If your arteries are already a bit stiff, the last thing you need is slow, sticky blood struggling to push its way through them. You see the cascade effect now, don't you? Now, allow me to reveal the hidden sources of dehydration that you probably aren't even aware of. Many men confidently tell me they drink plenty of fluids, but when I dig deeper and ask exactly what they're drinking, the truth often emerges. It's largely coffee, tea, sodas, or even alcohol. While these beverages do contain water, they also possess compounds that actively work against your hydration efforts. Coffee and black tea, for example, are mild diuretics, which means they stimulate your kidneys to excrete fluid more rapidly. This often results in you losing more water than you realize with each cup you consume. Alcohol takes this a step further. It inhibits a specific hormone that helps your body retain water, leading to more frequent urination and consequently faster dehydration. The tricky part about mild dehydration is that it's not always dramatic. You might not feel parched or lightheaded, but your body can still be operating at a deficit. One of the most reliable ways to check your hydration is to observe the color of your urine. Light yellow, almost like straw, generally indicates good hydration. However, if it's consistently dark yellow, your body is sending a silent signal that it desperately needs more fluids. Another sign that many men often ignore is that notorious mid-afternoon energy slump, that heavy, sluggish feeling where your eyelids start to droop. Often, this isn't just low energy or hunger. It's your body trying to conserve resources because your blood volume is slightly reduced. Muscle cramps, especially in your calves or thighs at night, might seem like an inevitable part of aging, but they are frequently linked to both dehydration and low electrolytes like magnesium and potassium. And here's a subtle but profoundly important sign: weaker or less frequent morning erections, as these are highly dependent on optimal blood flow and nerve signaling. Let's discuss some fatal hydration errors that I see consistently. The first is what I call panic chugging. This is when a man realizes he hasn't had enough water all day and suddenly guzzles 2 or 3 large glasses at once, especially just before intimacy. The idea is to flood the system, but this can actually do more harm than good. Drinking large quantities rapidly can dilute the sodium in your blood too quickly, a condition known as hyponatremia. Not only can this cause uncomfortable bloating, but it can also lead to headaches, dizziness, and even muscle weakness. Another common mistake is the desert and flood cycle, going hours without drinking anything, allowing yourself to dry out like a plant in the sun, and then trying to compensate in the evening with several glasses all at once. The problem is that your body thrives on consistency. Your cells, your blood vessels, and yes, your erectile tissue all function best when they are steadily hydrated throughout the entire day. And here's something most people don't realize. Thirst is a late indicator. If you wait to drink until you feel thirsty, you're already behind, because by the time your brain sends that signal, your body has already adjusted to a state of mild dehydration. So, here's what I recommend to my patients, and frankly, it's so simple you might be tempted to dismiss it, but please don't. The very first thing is to start tomorrow morning with a big glass of water. And when I say big, I'm talking at least 10 to 14 ounces, about 300 to 400 milliliters within 20 minutes of waking up. Think about what your body has been doing all night. You've been breathing, subtly perspiring, and filtering waste through your kidneys for 7 or 8 hours without ingesting a single drop of liquid. So, you wake up in a state of mild dehydration, whether you realize it or not. This morning glass acts as the day's first cleanse for your system. It rehydrates your cells, wakes up your blood vessels, and signals your kidneys to efficiently start flushing out toxins accumulated overnight. If you want to make this morning drink even more potent for vascular health, I strongly recommend adding a tiny pinch of pink Himalayan salt and the juice of half a fresh lemon. This combination isn't just for flavor. The natural minerals in the salt, like magnesium and potassium, help restore essential electrolyte balance, which is crucial for proper muscle contraction and nerve function, including the smooth muscles in your arteries that allow blood to flow towards the penis. The lemon provides vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly in the bloodstream. Nitric oxide is the vital gas your body produces to relax blood vessels, allowing them to open wide, and protecting it means stronger, more sustained erections. From there, the strategy shifts to what I call the constant drip. Instead of relying on a few large drinks throughout the day, aim to sip small amounts, about half a glass every 45 to 60 minutes. Think of it like keeping your garden hose under constant, gentle pressure instead of turning it off for hours and then blasting it at full power. This slow, steady hydration maintains optimal blood volume, avoids the lethargy that accompanies even mild dehydration, and allows your cardiovascular system to operate at its peak all day long. If you know you'll be intimate later in the day, maintain that consistent intake throughout, but stop drinking large quantities about 45 minutes beforehand. This gives your body enough time to process that last intake without leaving you distracted by a full bladder when things are heating up. Many men also ask me, "Doctor, what about coffee? I can't live without my morning coffee." Listen, I understand completely. I am French after all. Coffee is practically sacred to us. But here's the smart strategy. For every cup of coffee you drink, add an extra glass of plain water into your daily total. This way, you effectively offset its diuretic effect, and if possible, try not to exceed 3 espressos a day. The same goes for that glass of red wine at lunch or dinner. It's perfectly fine in moderation, but always follow it with water to rebalance your system. Now, for those who've undergone prostate surgery, I see this question in the comments all the time. Yes, hydration remains absolutely crucial for you too. In fact, after prostatic surgery, maintaining good blood flow is even more important for the recovery of erectile function. Water helps keep tissues supple and well oxygenated. However, be cautious. If you experience incontinence, work closely with your urologist to find the right balance. Perhaps drink less in the evening to avoid waking up at night, but compensate by drinking more earlier in the day. Testosterone production is a multi-step process that heavily relies on the healthy function of your kidneys and adrenal glands. Your kidneys filter blood, maintain electrolyte balance, and regulate fluid levels in a way that directly supports hormonal stability. When your body is low on water, these two vital systems have to work much harder just to keep you going. This stress response triggers greater production of cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. And unfortunately, cortisol and testosterone do not play well together because elevated cortisol levels suppress testosterone production. Erections aren't simply about pushing blood to the penis. It's about sending an incredibly precise sequence of signals from your brain, down your spinal cord, through the pelvic nerves, and all the way to the smooth muscles in the penis. When you're dehydrated, the delicate fluid balance inside and around your nerve cells changes, which can slow down these crucial impulses. The result can be less spontaneous excitement, erections that are slower to form, or even difficulty maintaining them because the communication lines are experiencing lag. And this is where the real magic happens. Water alone is powerful, but when you combine adequate hydration with other performance-boosting habits, you multiply the benefits exponentially. Circulation-friendly foods like beets, spinach, berries, and salmon help keep your arteries flexible, reduce inflammation, and boost nitric oxide production. When your body is well hydrated, these vital nutrients can be delivered much more efficiently to the tissues that need them most. Physical activity is another powerful ally. Even something as simple as a brisk 20-minute walk increases blood flow to the lower half of your body. But if you're dehydrated, the full benefit of that exercise is diminished because your blood is thicker, your heart works harder, and your muscles fatigue more quickly. And we cannot forget sleep, because without quality rest, all this effort starts to crumble. Your body produces the majority of its testosterone during the deepest phases of sleep, and dehydration can sabotage this process in two ways. It can cause you to wake up more frequently and can increase nighttime urination, further interrupting those deep sleep cycles. Look, I have seen men in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s completely transform their levels of intimacy and energy by making just this one simple change. Water isn't just about avoiding thirst, it's about fueling the very systems that make you feel alive, confident, and capable. When you hydrate consistently, you give your heart, blood vessels, nerves, and hormones the ideal conditions they need to perform at their absolute best. Starting tomorrow morning, embrace that glass of water with lemon and a pinch of pink salt. Sip steadily throughout the day, and simply observe how, in the next week or two, your energy levels climb, your mood improves, and yes, your erections become notably more reliable. Small changes truly add up, and this one costs nothing, has no side effects, and benefits your entire body. Let me give you a concrete example of what your ideal hydration day might look like. At 7 a.m., wake up. Drink 14 ounces, 400 milliliters of warm water with lemon and pink salt. At 8:30 a.m., enjoy your first coffee. No worries, but immediately follow it with an extra glass of plain water. At 10 a.m., drink half a glass of water. At noon, for lunch, have a glass of water before you eat. At 2 p.m., another half glass. At 4 p.m., another half glass. This is often when that afternoon slump hits, and water will really help you here. At 6 p.m., a glass before dinner, and finally, at 8 p.m., a last half glass, but nothing more after that to avoid waking up at night. You see, it's not complicated. It's just a matter of building a new habit. In the beginning, set alarms on your phone if necessary. After just a couple of weeks, it will become automatic. And the results? Most of my patients tell me they notice a difference within 10 to 14 days. First, their energy returns, then their sleep improves, and then, yes, their sexual function reliably follows. One final, very important note. If you're taking medication for blood pressure or heart conditions, please talk to your doctor before drastically changing your water intake, because certain medications can affect your body's fluid balance. But generally, for the vast majority of healthy men, gradually increasing water intake only brings benefits. If this video has helped you, please give it a thumbs up so the YouTube algorithm knows this content is valuable and helps us reach more men who need this crucial information. Share it with a friend or family member who might benefit. You never know the impact you can have. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to receive updates on all our male health tips. I'm Dr. Elodie Martinell, and I firmly believe that your best years can still be ahead of you. It all starts by taking care of the fundamentals, and remember, it's never too late to start feeling better.